From Paltan Bazaar at Guwahati, I had booked a shared Tata sumo for the next day. It cost me 1300 rupees. You can book bus via Make My Trip or Red Bus apps as well. The cab started around 7 am. When we go to Arunachal Pradesh as tourists, we need to have a permit called ILP, Inner Line Permit. You can get it online or offline via the travel agents with whom you have booked. You will have to give your details, Aadhaar card, etc., and the districts that you will be visiting. ILP was checked at Bhairab Kund as we enter Arunachal Pradesh. We had a tasty lunch at Ama Hotel. Ghat section was so beautiful, I could see huge mountains and valleys. I reached Dirang at 5 pm. I had booked my hostel, which is at Sangti Valley. From Dirang, it's around 8 to 9 kilometers. Hailing a taxi is the only way to reach there, costing you 500 rupees. The hostel was so empty with just another person in my room. Sunlight hits your face around 5 am in the morning. Your body gets adjusted and you wake up early automatically. I decided to go on a walk. Though it was cold, the sun was blazing on top. Morning I had wore a sweater. Later I felt like removing even my t-shirt. I was very hungry and tired. I stopped for breakfast and had momos. They were separating good and bad chilies. Not having much to do and tiredness dragging me down, I joined them. Indulged in small talks. Later, a dog occupied me as I went near the river and sat for a while. Evening, we went towards river. Some of us could only dip till knee length. Few brave humans who didn't feel cold dived into the water. We returned post sunset and the hungry me devoured the dinner like a monster. Next morning, I went to town with my roommate. Had breakfast, did some grocery and vegetable shopping for the hostel. Others had went on a hike. I decided to rest till evening. Then I went back to Dirang town in the same cab from day before. I checked in at Ama homestay. Hospitality of the host was unmatched. Later I went for a haircut. The uncle was super cool with his puns and jokes. I took a selfie. Next time when I go to Dirang, I am definitely getting a haircut or trim there. I bought one persimmon fruit. Texture was like apple. It gets even more ripened with color turning into orange and tasting even more good. The hostess called the cab and told to pick me up in front of the stay itself, avoiding a 1 kilometer walk for me the next morning. I woke up at 4 am and left to Dirang monastery. They were chanting mantras. I sat there feeling the positive energy. Returned back to my stay and waited for the cab. While waiting, the host's mom gave me a stool to sit and offered me some dried corn and walnuts, also called as akrot, to munch on. Arunachal Pradesh had won my heart already. The beautiful landscapes, mountains and rivers, kind people talking and helping us tourists, giving us the homely feeling. Sumo started at 7:40 am and reached Tawang around 12:40 pm. My roommate had suggested me Dungphoo backpackers hostel. I checked in there. Evening I went to Tawang monastery. Dungphoo Backpackers Hostel also owns a scooter rental, MyTawang. So I got a scooter from there to leave to Sela. You can actually cover Sela on the way to Tawang itself, but if you are coming in a shared cab or bus, they are not going to stop there. Rifleman Jaswanthghar heroic story during 1962 Indochina War was being told to us by a soldier. He fought Chinese army for 72 hours straight single-handedly with the help of Sela and Nora, two Monpa girls who helped him carry water, food and ammunition. Around 300 deaths in Chinese army left them thinking there is a whole Indian army unit. But upon threatening a local guy at gunpoint, he revealed the truth. His courage became legendary, and to this day, the Indian Army treats him as immortally on duty at Jaswanthghar. And this pass is named after Sela. After telling the story, the officer told us, I request you to ensure the internal matters like electing the right candidates, educating and teaching the younger generation about the Indian culture and heritage. And we will continue serving and protecting the nation in these borders. Later, I headed to Jung Falls. When I had reached back, the host had got my Bumla pass ready. I had to collect it the next morning from Tawang War Memorial. On the way to Bumla Pass, I stopped for a while near Panga Teng TSo. curvy roads with the classic bro slogans took me to Bumla Pass. Near the border, we were told not to take any photos. Chinese soldiers were inspecting us with their binoculars. We were then told the story of Subedar Joginder Singh. I request you to check his story on Google. That's a homework for you. Then I went to Madhuri Lake. From the army canteen there, I had Rajma Chawal. By then, I was very exhausted. The altitude sickness had kicked in and I was feeling down. I tried to nap there for a while after preparing myself an ORS drink. That helped me a lot. By evening, I reached my hostel at Tawang. The next day was a slow Sunday. I went to Tawang monastery again to visit the museum. Later I had fries and lemonade at Buddha Cafe. Peaceful vibe and cozy sofas. I read my book for some time. Evening I went to War Memorial. Later, I enjoyed the light and sound show, Story of Tawang and Indochina War, followed by a cultural show. I walked back to my hostel, chit-chatted with the host while sipping tea. I left to Lumla. There's a huge Tara Devi temple on top of a mountain. It was also Diwali. I saw the diyas that were offered. Prayed there and then headed towards Zemithang. The road was almost deserted, but occasionally I could see army trucks and other civilians. Next morning around 5:30 am, I left towards Guwahati. The realization that I would miss this beautiful place and the good people of Tawang overwhelmed me. This was the end of my northeast trip, which included Assam, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh.